We've just had St. George's Day. St. George's Day, when Christians were persecuted across much land, not allowed to observe their traditions. They were persecuted, and we're seeing the same thing happening around the world. We're seeing the same thing happening in Britain. We're seeing that St. George's Day, and in fact the St. George's Cross, is vilified by some. It's not inclusive enough. But what is inclusion? The great nation of ours, that's England and Great Britain, that stands on the Magna Carta, stands on universal rights, democracy, the Enlightenment, freedom, tolerance, privacy, justice, where people flock from around the world, where Britain has shown that it's more tolerant than most other nations, where the rule of law and democracy is there. And yet we have our elite, our globalist technocrats, asserting two-tier judiciary and policing. We have the institutions determined to try and upend all of the great things of our nation. Yes, they want to deride the flag. They want to deride tradition and culture and all the things that have made our nation great. But many of us, in fact, the vast majority of people in England and in Britain refuse to have this. And we should take inspiration from that. We need to make our voices heard loud and clear. That's why I salute 4 Women Scotland, who've made a Supreme Court case to say what a woman is. And I also salute Us For Them and Molly Kingsley, who challenged the assertions of the World Health Organization, but at the same time we know it was the Public Health Act that locked us down, our globalist technocrats that want to continue it. Klaus Schwab has resigned, but we know these globalist institutions want to have us all in lockstep, but we're not going to do it. We're going to keep campaigning. We're going to assert ourselves around digital rights and freedom, around non-surveillance, around privacy, around free speech, not non-crime hate incidents. St. George's Day, against persecution, for inclusion, but also for integration, for our great way of doing things. And of course, we've got many things that are problematic, and that's why we campaign, and that's why we argue together. I'm in Portugal at the moment, the once great nation state that actually went around the world transforming things, then was hollowed out. But again, many of our young people are coming to Portugal like they're going to Dubai, because the impositions of these crazy people that are imposing taxes and measures on all of us, squeezing us, the farmers, the pensioners, young people. What are we going to be left with? People who are not meant to be in Britain, and elderly people who need help, who are getting them cut away from them, and attacks on citizens. No, this is going to be about us and our future. May the 1st, we've got council elections, but moving forward across the board, it's up to all of us. Let's not rely on anyone. We need to rely on ourselves. Let's stand together. Let's make this the year that we're going to do this collectively, that we're going to assert our rights, insist on freedom, no to net zero impositions and impoverishment, darkness and shutdowns. Yes to productivity, yes to wealth creation, yes to more freedom. Let's push the boundaries of expectation. Let's make Britain great again. Let's really do it. And let's all celebrate the victories we've had and make sure they know that they're not going to keep imposing these things on us. And when we see that Jess Phillips says that she doesn't want to do an investigation locally, we all need to make our voices heard. That's why we're saying on May the 1st elections, make sure net zero is an issue. Ask them. Low traffic neighbourhoods. Make sure you ask about assisted dying bill. Make sure you ask questions about surveillance and the other issues that are important to us, and vote on that basis. But more than that, get involved and stand together. Remember, we're always better and we're stronger nationally as a sovereign nation, the citizens together. If you like what you saw on the video here, make sure you click on here, because we need to carry on the work we're doing, and the way we do that is through our membership. We'd love you to join. Click on here, see what you can do, and be part of making things better for all of us together. Thank you.